Welcome, everybody. I'm Ted Bedromo, and welcome to this live workshop. I've never done this before. Actually, try to find clients for people online. I did try to do it one time where I was showing a demonstration of the advanced search function of LinkedIn, and they changed the interface overnight. So I had no idea how to use it. So it was pretty embarrassing. But today they didn't change it overnight. That's good news. So what we'll do, we'll just kind of go through some of your ideal client profiles, and I'll show you how to use advanced search to find them. And we can also look at Sales Navigator and just answer any questions you have about finding the advanced search or finding your ideal clients. So just type in use the question box if you want to be selected. I see Joel's ready to go. So Joel, I'm going to unmute you and you can show us your profile or your ideal client profile.
Hi, Ted. How are you this morning?
Good, Joel. How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do and who your ideal client is?
Um, what I do is I help people increase their position in their marketplace, and I do it using um, different items of building their authority, whether it's a magazine article, a podcast interview, a better positioning of their website, media credentials, syndicated articles, those type of things to give them more bang for their buck and get them more attention, which is what everybody's really looking for in their own field. And as they get more attention, it helps them attract more clients.
Okay, so
So
tell me,
that's basically what I do.
okay, and who's your ideal client?
My ideal client is a man married uh, between the ages of 40 and 55 who's been successful in his business, but the one thing he's lacking is recognition, and he wants to get more recognition and more attention in his own specific marketplace to attract more clients. He feels invisible.
Okay, so can everybody see this? Here's kind of a list of some of the search fields we have available in LinkedIn. So these are the things you want to know about your potential clients or ideal clients. It's always good to look at if you have 100 clients using the old 80-20 rule. 20% of them are generating 80% of your revenue. So you want to look at your 20 best customers and really know all this about them. How old are they? Where are they? How long have they been in the industry? What industry? Job title, company size. Their education helps because LinkedIn gives you a lot of tools to search their education now. And interests and hobbies comes into play. And it looks like, Joel, you've got that pretty well nailed. So what we want to do is you go to the advanced search, which is right here. Can everybody see the screen okay? Okay, Joel. So let's try to find an ideal client for you.
Sounds good.
So what kind of keywords would they potentially have in their profile?
Either owner or president or CEO.
So let's go with owner. And location doesn't matter, right? Let's just stick in the
Doesn't
US.
matter. Probably Midwest would be good if you
Okay.
weren't looking for location. Doesn't really matter.
So what's your zip code where you are?
60062.
60062. So we'll look 50 miles in your area. So if you're looking for local businesses even, you can search right in there. So here, the way it sorts it is first connection, second connection, the group members. And this is why it's important to join a lot of groups, where I belong to like 40 to 45 groups usually, but I'm only really active in probably 4 or 5 at a time because you just really can't spend that much time in 40 or 50 groups. But when you join the groups, it gives you access to all those people. So one of the groups I joined to, it's the jobs. People looking for jobs. It's like over 1 million people in that. So that opens up my network and searches to those people who they may be working or they may have been looking for a job at some point and they're still in that job group. So if you join the big groups that are in your niche industry or who you're looking for, you get access to search all those people. So here are some people. I'm connected to this person so I could follow him if I wanted to. Let's just look at Andrew to see if he'd be ideal for you. So I'm not connected to him. He's a second level connection. He's a LinkedIn influencer. It's interesting. He's in Bitcoin. He's an entrepreneur speaker. So would this be somebody you'd want to reach out to, Joel?
Sure.
Okay. Went to Harvard Business School. Yeah, LinkedIn influencer is not a bad person if they'll connect with you, obviously. So what I would do is follow him. So then when he starts posting content, you can comment on it. And if they see that you're commenting a lot of, that you can really stick out if you comment on his things and add good, thoughtful comments, obviously. But that's a good way to catch his attention. So looking at his background, and I know you know how to reach out to people. What would you send in an invitation to this guy? We'd scan through and look like where they went to school, their experience, find something in common that you have with them. So you can send that invitation.
I'm looking.
So you just kind of scan for something they have in common. So
go down a little further.
see if you can find his groups. A lot of times you can look at the groups. If you're in the same group as him, you can say, hey, we're both in the same group. So he's got a lot of... So let's just say you were a board member of the Illinois Institute of Technology. Okay. That's something you could use in an invitation message.
Mm-hmm.
So you just bring that out. We could dig through. He's got a lot. Very complete profile. This is pretty impressive, actually. Most people don't fill out this much detail. I don't see anything else that really stands out. He's obviously owner of Acquire. He's done a lot. Using the same job title. Boy, this is amazing.
This may not be the best one.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he's got it pretty well nailed.
Yeah. Okay. So he's obviously has somebody helping him out here. Let's go back and find somebody more in your ballpark. So let's look at DISA. So I have 58 connections similar. So when you're logged in, you'll see similar connections. So it makes it easier for you to find things in common. So you could reach out to her. She lives around you.
Yeah, that would be good.
So you could reach out. So you really got to just dig through the profile and look for those keywords. So she's the owner of different business. So you could reach out and help her. Right now she's worth the Tribune Publishing. So if you had something in common there, you could send that invitation message and find that. But let's go look at the groups. We'll go back to that search. I'm going to deselect the first and second levels. These are people I wouldn't necessarily be connected with. So now I'm just going to look at group members that are owners. This is my network, right? So your network would be different search results, but this helps you find people in groups that maybe I'm connected with these people, so I could send them a message. So Brent, I could say, Brent, you're a CEO. I do work with CEOs. Do that introduction and build that relationship. And if I'm not connected, here's people I could connect. So here's one that might be good for you, Joel. Improve feedback. So he's helping businesses improve their online feedback, it looks like. So this would be a good potential business partner with you to do joint ventures. So it kind of looks like he's so helps them with their reputation online. This complements your business really well.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the idea. You just kind of just keep digging till you find something that you have something in common. Reach out to them, and this is a good one. This is somebody you should reach out to. He's managing their online reputation. Instead of going after the individual clients, this guy's already connected with a lot of people. So you could say, I could help your clients improve their reputation offline through other channels. So does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what would you say to an invitation if you were writing him a little email to connect with him? I know you're really good at these.
Well, I would say something simple like, "Hi, my name is Joel Helfer. I've never spoken with you before. Um, I wanted to introduce myself and connect with you." And then I would, if I wanted to go one step further, I'd go as a thank you in advance. I specialize in creating improved positioning for people like you through syndicated magazine articles. If you're interested, give me a call. And instead of saying, if you're interested, give me a call, for more information, send me a reply.
Mm-hmm.
Which is as a matter of fact, what I've done, Ted, is I'm narrowing it down to becoming like a micro, whatever the word is, micro refining it down to just working with getting people syndicated magazine articles in major publications. I did it for myself by accident, and it works out really good. So I figured I'm going to continue that because that seems to be a really good way to get people as clients, because if they can write articles in large digital or even real publications, it does a lot for their authority and their positioning.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have to go through a lot of hoops to write books or become a best-selling author or any of that jazz. It's just writing articles, and then you take the article and you can repurpose it 10 different ways. So that's what I would tell the guy.
That's good. Good tips, Joel. Here's what I do too. I go and look at what groups they are, if they're displaying the groups they belong to. So
yeah, I belong to BNI, and I belong to I don't belong to that Chicago area strategies startups. That might not be a bad one to join.
Right.
I don't belong to that one.
So that's, you find out what groups they're hanging out in and join those same groups. And then you see if they're having conversations.
Yeah, and then I belong to that small business networking. As a matter of fact, I've been using that messaging service in this particular group and getting some good response.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn's a little slow today. Things usually slow down through GoToMeeting.
Small business, that's an active group.
Right. And here's how you tell if it's active. I look at the information. 61,000 members, which is a fair number. I look at the group profile. It tells people in my network who belongs.
This group responds, Ted.
This is a good one, yeah. So I also, before I join groups, I see if they're active. Group stats. So how many comments last week? 151. That's a fair amount. Owner. Look at that, Joel. You nailed it with your owner title. So if you're looking for business owners, there's 178 here. 20% are entrepreneurs, owners. So this looks like definitely a great group for you. Note you're getting good response. Here's the growth. New members, almost 500 last week. So they're on a nice growth curve here. It's kind of flattened out per week, but it's growing. And then you look at activity. So there's 567 discussions last week. That's good. That means people are actually contributing. They're posting things and responding. So then what you can also do is go to the search. This is, people don't know this exists. It's like a secret. But you type owner here, and it should tell you all the owners of the group. And then
do you recommend James tagging these people, creating your own group, and sending them a message?
Yeah. So you connect with them. So I can follow James. And then if I start commenting a lot, James will notice I'm commenting a lot on his posts. So it kind of builds a relationship there. But don't just follow people unless you really think they're writing interesting things. They can tell you're faking it if you're just putting these half-hearted comments up there. But then you can connect with them here. And then once I connect, I could tag them. I'm not going to send a message right now, but so I could save him as a lead. This is from Sales Navigator. So if I thought he was a good person to follow, I won't create an account for him, but I'll save him as a lead. So if that'll do every time he posts something on LinkedIn, Sales Navigator now notifies me. So I can immediately go over there and be one of the first to comment or like and share it. And those are the ones people notice the most. So let me pull that up real quick while we're there. So here are updates by people I'm following and companies I'm following. So it gives you lots in. And what it does, it goes out and based on who you're tracking as leads, it'll say, here's another potential lead. So that LinkedIn, based on the algorithm, is saying you should also add Charles Bricky as a lead and start following him because it's matched up a lot of the criteria I put for other leads. So it's pretty powerful. I'm still playing around with this and learning it, but looks like a great tool. So these are new people, new potential leads at different companies I'm following. So it does all the work for me. And every week I get an email saying, here's some potential people you should connect with that are in your audience. Pretty good. Well, thank you, Joel.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let me bring Joel up so everybody can see who he is. There you go. There's Joel's profile. So connect with Joel if you're not connected with him. He's a wealth of information. So let's go. Tom Duell. Let me unmute you, Tom. Okay, Tom, you're unmuted.
Okay, good morning, Ted.
How are you?
Doing good.
So here's Tom. So tell us about your business and who your ideal client is.
Okay, you notice that LinkedIn is leaving my unique selling proposition in the top again. It hasn't changed it recently, so I'm happy about that. My ideal client would be a C-level executive or a senior VP in a manufacturing software as a service company, supply chain company. Company annual revenue should be 10 million and above, and they should be looking to somehow increase their sales. And we're a sales acceleration company. that helps them increase deal size, the speed of the deal, and number of deals in the pipeline.
Okay.
So I have searched in the past. I would put in something like SaaS and keywords is one of the things I've used, or manufacturing, seniority level CXO. But in the past, I found that very often when I do that, I'm not getting really good search results in CXO. I get a lot of people besides that. And then company size, very often like 200 to 500, someplace in there. That's probably going to be a company that's in the $10 million range.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a Fortune company, although that sometimes is useful.
Okay. Yeah, if they're that small of a company, they're probably not a Fortune 500, but
Yeah. Or 500 to 1,000, maybe it would be a better search criteria.
I'll put both in. How's that?
Okay. Yeah.
So
And it can be any.
Well, I could put
Yeah.
industry too. Is there a specific industry?
Yeah, this is what I found difficult sometimes getting the right industry. Manufacturing could be health related stuff, medical.
So who are your best customers?
Yeah, right now I'm building this, so I don't have one yet, but our company has a number of them. Supply chain, anything in supply chain, anything in medical technology, if the company's producing medical
Hospital and
equipment.
healthcare.
Yeah, although that can be, it could. We could try that, yeah.
Okay.
We don't really sell to hospitals. It would be more like to companies that supply hospitals.
Okay. So yeah, we don't want to check that one. So is there supply?
And funny thing, it says medical.
Well, they've really expanded this. This is good.
Yeah.
Shipbuilding. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, shipbuilding is this is all B2B stuff that we're looking at,
Right.
Railroad manufacture, that's kind of out of it.
Yeah.
Is there anything up in medical devices? Let's try medical devices.
Okay. Let's go with that one
That's
right
a good
now.
one. Yeah. Okay.
Then I'll do third level connections too. And located just in the US we'll do. Okay. So he looks like a coach, kind of. Marketing. Any of these look like director of culture? Here we go.
Yeah, ideally there's going to be a CEO, a COO, or somebody like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Hartung.
Here's the potential. So he's got manufacturing, and they highlight the keywords for us, which is good.
Yeah.
They can test keyword phrases.
Okay. If we put the cursor on Cognoptics, it'll show up the size. Sometimes it'll give more detail on the company. If they've got a page within LinkedIn, it'll usually show up. But
there it is. Find others who have worked there.
But it doesn't give. Okay.
So that's helpful too, in case you can't get to him.
Yeah. I also sometimes look under the contact info badge to see if there's a way to get to the person via email, for instance. Not always, but sometimes that's all it is. Okay.
Right. So you
also
want to try to connect with them, but if we wouldn't connect, then you can start exploring like what groups he's in.
Right.
So here's something he's some publications. That's always something good to say you read his article or read his book.
Yeah, okay, good.
Got some honors and awards. He speaks French. So interests here, he's got some things interest. So if you have any of these interests, you can kind of use that as when you're introducing yourself.
Okay.
got some recommendations. He's got a little bit. Here we go. So here are the groups he belongs to.
Okay.
So these are groups you'd probably want to join if it's
Mhm.
some of them are relevant. And then you can search the group for other manufacturing people.
Yeah. Okay.
So here,
Sometimes I
medical
found it.
devices group.
Yeah. Okay.
These are pretty small groups, most of them.
Yeah, I've found sometimes when I apply to join a group that it goes into a queue waiting to be approved, and I don't know whether it just gets hung up in there or whether they're screening you and decide you're not
That's usually
qualified.
a lot of times it's a group that's not well moderated. The moderator doesn't get to them. Maybe once a month they'll approve. But if they don't approve you, they let you know too.
Oh, do they? Okay.
That just means the moderator is not active. So that means it's probably not a well moderated group. It potentially could be a spam group.
Okay. Yeah.
Not always, but it just.
Yeah.
These are all small groups, but still very targeted.
Yes. I see that. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you wanted to get into this industry, definitely join these groups to start searching for people to reach out to.
Yeah. Okay. And sometimes the people similar to Paul, that can be also useful to look at?
Oh, yeah. Because these are people, the LinkedIn algorithm is determined based on job title or industry or experience or education. There's something in common with Paul.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely go through here.
Okay.
Ooh, undefined.
Okay.
Must be this guy.
Okay.
And people also view this is a great area to find people similar to Paul.
Okay.
So operations manager, or here's some more CEOs.
Yeah. Okay.
So
there's so much, huh?
There's so much information and so many ways to find it. You just got to keep digging and tracking, but
yeah,
it's a gold mine of information.
And I'm finding that I'm spending about 5 to 6 hours a day on this, and it's wow.
So much for the 15 minutes a day, huh?
That's right. Yeah. Well, I think but building this, when you're building I'm trying to do LinkedIn as my primary tool for this now, so I'm really hitting it very, very hard to get known and exposed.
So what you do too? Do you know how to save your search?
I've looked at that before and not used it well. So what do I do?
So let's say this was a great search for me, even though it's only 457 results. Let's just say it's going to give me perfect people. You just click Save Search.
Oh.
And you give it a title every week, or you can do monthly. I don't know why you'd select never. I don't understand that setting. Never tell me that these leads are here.
Okay.
So you would just click. Then depending on what level of membership you have, you can create up these saved searches. So here, this week it found 66 people with coach in their title for me. So 1.3 million. Bless you.
Thank you.
Or here, CMO with over 1,000 employees. I created a search. So any CMO that's in the company with over 1,000 employees, 24 showed up last week. So automatically I get notified of these, and then I can go through and reach out to them if I'm not already connected to them. So
that I have not been using that. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a really powerful one. Another one of those secrets that LinkedIn doesn't tell us about.
Yeah, okay. That's why I'm on this webinar and why I'm doing the thing next week that I'm doing, or 2 weeks, whenever you're having the week-long thing.
And there'll be some new things to learn next week too. That's the good news and bad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Ted.
So Cedric, you're up next. I'm going to unmute you. Mute Tom. Cedric, you there? Or does he not have his microphone on? Nope, I don't think he's on the audio. Okay, we'll come back to Cedric. Cedric has an amazing story. Brian, do you want to take a turn? Let me find Brian.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Good. Thanks for unmuting me.
Cedric's disappeared from the... Oh, he lost his connection. Okay. Okay, Brian, tell us a little bit about your business and who you're looking for.
Sure. My business is I'm a social media coach is what I do.
Okay.
And so I work with small businesses, in a variety of different ways. I mean, it's everything from Pinterest to Facebook to Twitter. But the key thing is I kind of help them align what they're trying to do with their online marketing. It's really all online marketing, but it's and I'm an author and a speaker and things of that nature.
Okay. So it's not about you, it's about bacon. Okay, that's good.
Thank you.
So tell me more about that. I have to ask.
Oh, sure. No, it's a book that I wrote last year, and it's basically a social media why-to book, not a how-to book. And the whole bacon thing is about creating a brand online and doing something unique that makes you stick out.
Okay. So who are your top clients that you want more of?
My top clients tend to be they're either small businesses or solopreneurs who get that they need to be online, but are kind of confused by all the things that are there. So it's really more of the one-on-one coaching. So yeah, I'm looking for more small businesses than large businesses. And I tend to make a lot of those connections a lot face-to-face.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely starting to use LinkedIn a lot more.
Okay. So what would be a job title they would have?
Probably owner again would be what it's owner president is what a lot of those people tend to put in their LinkedIn profiles.
Let's try president. And you have to experiment. Sometimes you can put keywords here, like job titles here or in job title.
Mm-hmm.
And you get different results sometimes. So it's worth trying it in both places. And let's say we want current presidents. So of companies 1 to 10. A lot of them put CEO too, I notice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of...
I got a quick question for you. I kind of missed the Sales Navigator thing that you showed before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a premium thing or is that a...
Yeah, I'm doing a 30-day trial right now. They just released this new version. And it's...
Gotcha.
If you sign up for a year, it's like $65 a month total. So it's a little under $800 a year.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get one client from it, it pays for itself 10 times over at least.
Exactly. Okay, thanks. I wrote it down. I just wasn't sure how to get to it.
Yeah, you can do 30-day trials right now of it. And I'm still trying to figure out. I've got to sit down and just spend a few hours because it's so powerful. But you follow companies. You can, when they do a company share, you can jump on there. It notifies you right away. So you can go like and comment and share it. You track leads, what they're sharing. So it's very powerful. And then it suggests potential leads is the best part. It's like, based on your activities and who you're looking for, it's telling you more people you should connect with.
That was worth coming to the webinar alone, just learning about that.
It's amazing stuff they're doing. It's great. Okay, cool. So here are some people that are presidents. So if you're connected, obviously, you can send a message. This person I'm not connected to, so if I thought this would be a good person. So let's say Maria, see if she's a good match for you. Getting tired of these pop-ups. I don't know about you.
I know, I'm not too happy about them either.
So here I sent a
Yes.
message to connect with her yesterday. Since I haven't connected, it keeps track of all our correspondence now, which is pretty
Right.
cool.
Mhm.
So we connected yesterday.
I don't know what a Scrum trainer is.
Scrum is like a programming for programmers. It's a methodology they use too. So they're all working on the same stuff and they have milestones.
Gotcha.
And she teaches it for like even corporate teams now, how they can delegate all the tasks and make sure everybody's working on the right stuff at the right time.
Cool.
So what you would do is kind of go through here, find something in common. If it looks like she's a match for you, then you reach out to her.
Sure. Sure.
But the best way is those groups. I mean, that seems to be the back door into all these connections. Well, I'm just finding lots of
I'm one
people
of those
from
people
Illinois
that
today.
Yeah, right. Where are you based out of?
San Francisco.
Oh, gotcha. Love that town.
So look at skills that you have in common too, or
Mhm.
that you're looking for. So in the search box, you can search those specific skills. So here, I don't know if these are good for you. Coaching, change management. So let's find our groups here. And you can look at her connections. This is another great way if they display their connections. Some people do, some people don't. But that's pretty good. Boy, it even tells her new connections.
Mhm.
I never saw that before. So here, she's in a lot of groups, so this is a gold mine for you.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of the same groups as her too.
Yeah. So you probably want to reach out to her. She's pretty high powered. Scrum is just one of the things she teaches, but she does a lot of executive facilitation and a lot of work there.
Yep. No, I can see where that would be a good connection all the way around. I got her name written down.
Yeah. And then also who she's following, what companies. So all the times you can see what companies she's following, follow those companies.
Mhm.
And then obviously we look over here, people similar. Vice President of Consulting Services. Just amazing how they make it so easy for us now to find similar people. So does that help you?
Yes, it does. No, it definitely does.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's it. I just wanted to learn, thank you for that stuff. And the Sales Navigator thing was, like I said, I just turned my head and it's like, where'd that come from?
Yeah. They just came out last month with a newer version of it. They used to have one that was like $100 a month, and then another one that was $1,000 a year. But yeah, play around with the different search fields, like even certain schools, or if you just want people near Chicago. And this stuff too, the interests.
Yeah, they're starting to get a lot more detailed stuff. So it's kind of cool to look at all these nooks and crannies.
Yeah. And do you have a premium account now?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you might want to use Sales Navigator, or the lower level business one gives you a lot of these fields. And that's like $29 a month, which
that's not too bad.
It's not bad.
I'll definitely look into both of those. It's which one's going to make the most sense.
It's like if you get one client, so here's mine right now.
Right.
But they have the business, sales professional accounts. But yeah, it pays for itself with one new client.
I hear you.
When they can deliver those leads to your inbox every week, it's like, okay. So spend some time creating those perfect searches. And if you can save up to 3 or 5 of them with the lower level accounts. And literally every week, it's like new leads right there. Okay, well, thanks. I think Cedric's
awesome.
back.
Thank you. No, I appreciate the input and the time.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Cedric, are you ready?
Hear me?
There you are.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Let me bring up your profile, because you got to tell your story.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Tell us a short version of it.
Okay. So the short version, is I'm a Army recruiter. Okay, short version. I joined the Army as a medic. One day I was told, hey, you are a Army recruiter. I didn't want to be a recruiter. They sent me to recruiter school to learn how to be a recruiter. My first day on the job, I failed miserably. In fact, a young lady came into the office. I was the only recruiter in the office. And after the young lady spoke to me for 5 minutes, she just walked out the door. I called her that night and asked, hey, what did I do wrong? And she told me, you are terrible. You are awful. You need a coach or something. You know, I wanted to join the Army, but after talking to you, I don't even want to join anymore. I struggled a lot, but after a period of time, I read a bunch of books and got involved with a bunch of marketing people like Ted Prodromou and read a lot of books, and I became a top producer in Army recruiting. That's the short version.
And now he's writing a book on how to sell, since he can close just about everyone. What's your closing rate now?
There's normally every 5 people.
Okay. So every 5 people
normally,
that walk in the door, you're closing 1 out of 5 to join the Army.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. And I found out that marketing, you don't have to be so sharp at selling, because selling is really hard, man. I learned how to do that, but it's better when you can use tools like LinkedIn and all these social media sites to draw people to you. And they already sold by the time they come to you. You just basically just give them what they came for, and, you know.
Awesome. So who's your ideal client? You're still in the Army, but you're planning on so eventually you're going to be out of the Army.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm hanging out with you, so I can get my exit strategy in order. But today I wanted to focus on students that are in medical school or looking to go to medical school.
So you may want to look in the education.
Okay.
See, they're trying to get people in, right? Even in high school now. So universities can reach out to them.
Oh, wow.
So now here's the best schools for all these different. Look at this. This is brand new. I haven't even seen this. So the best schools for software developers. So you want to be, if they have the best schools, if you could search for, well, you want to look at medical schools.
Yes, sir.
So let's go back to, well, you can find alumni even, but that's only schools you went to. So let's say your students. So you dig through here and you can find people in medical schools or in schools that are going to medical schools.
Cool.
Applying. So this has all changed again. Boy, literally since last week. This is all new information. But they're really making a big push to get students in high school and universities, and then they match them up. Recruiters can find them and go right to them. Let's go do some searches here. So you can look at specific schools, and I would put in like student. Let's say, you might as well start one of the top ones, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is get rid of all these other searches, because I'm just looking at people that have student in there, and Stanford. So these people went to Stanford. Graduate student, here is one.
Okay.
I don't know if she's going to medical school, but maybe we could do medical school. That might be better. So medical school, Stanford. So here's people you could reach out to. See how this
Student
sometimes
affairs. That's perfect. Okay.
sometimes the search isn't that smart, where Mitchell's has picked up school from one field, medical in another.
Yeah, but I can use this because I need to contact the student affairs, and I see this guy Mitchell is in student affairs. So that'll
That's
work.
perfect. Yeah, you have a look at student affairs. Just keep finding those people who can connect you directly instead of going to one at a time.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I'd rather connect with one person that knows 1,000 people than 1,000 people individually. So there you go, communications manager at Stanford. So she could possibly introduce you to somebody.
Yeah. So what would you recommend to connect with these people, or how would you like?
Yeah,
You send
I
them
think
an
so.
inbox,
I
or
would
just
go with those people that are in the departments that are already connected to these people.
okay.
Don't go for the students themselves, because if you can get in front of these people, then possibly you could go speak at an event there.
Right.
So what are you going to do with these medical students? How are you going to help them?
What happens is we pay 100% for medical school. So in Houston, like Baylor College of Medicine, we have one student that goes there, and we pay for the entire school.
Wow.
So we pay for we had some dental students at Harvard, I want to say, and we paid for their entire school. So it's just a scholarship that we give them.
So yeah, you definitely want to connect with those department people.
Okay.
Like communications manager, she could probably introduce you to somebody, or
Yeah.
just find the right job title, because
Man,
that's huge.
awesome. Yeah.
They would love to have you come in and talk to their people and say, yeah.
Yeah, man, this gonna make me a superstar, man. Thanks.
So if one person goes to Stanford Medical School from the Army, then everybody from the Army that wants to go to Stanford can get something like that.
But what it is just a scholarship. It's called the Health Profession Scholarship Program.
Mm-hmm.
And once a student applies for it and gets accepted, we pay for that school. They get the scholarship, and their tuition is 100% paid for.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
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 This is great for you.
Yeah, man. I like it.
Cool. Well, thank you, and thanks for sharing your story.
Yes, sir. And thank you for your help.
And good luck with your move. I know you're in the middle of moving.
I am, man. I'm on my way to Kentucky, man.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us.
All right.
Sam, do you want to go next? Let's unmute Sam. There we go. Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Can you bring up your
Can you
profile?
hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. You can speak up a little bit, it'll help.
Okay, will do.
There we go.
So, I guess my first question is first, thank you for taking the call, first of all, and hosting this webinar. I know we all appreciate it, so thanks. My first question is I guess what's the difference between Sales Navigator and the premium, LinkedIn Premium, because it's kind of hard to tell on the site, and I'm not really sure.
The Sales Navigator is like a standalone application, it seems like, more than just the other premium memberships. So it actually opens up in a new tab and has a lot more custom features.
Okay.
So you can try to talk to LinkedIn support. A lot of them don't seem to explain it very well. It's kind of frustrating.
I called them, and they didn't really know. They were just like, oh, well, they were trying to sell me on, a bigger package. And I'm like, well, what am I even signing up for? And they couldn't really articulate it. So
their salespeople need some sales training, it's for sure. But the Sales Navigator, I really like it. It's much easier to use than the advanced search, and it does so much of the work.
What is the Sales Navigator primarily used for? I mean, what would, I guess, in a B2B atmosphere, what would be the best value for it?
So what I'm doing is I'm taking like certain companies I'd like to work with. So I follow that company within Sales Navigator, and then it recommends people I should be following based on maybe job titles I put in. And I save them as leads, and every time they have any kind of correspondence on LinkedIn, it notifies me so I can go comment or share or like their comments or reach out to them. And then it recommends similar potential leads, which is really good.
Okay, understood.
So it's a great prospecting tool.
Okay, so that being said, one of the things I'm trying to do is recruit. We're in the mortgage business, and I'm trying to recruit more mortgage salespeople. And I've kind of struggled with that, and I think LinkedIn would be a good outfit, but I don't know what the right protocol is because I know if you just try to email them, and you don't know them, like kind of like a cold call or whatever, they don't like that. LinkedIn doesn't like that, so I don't know if I need to upgrade the subscription or what, or get Sales Navigator, but I'm wanted to get some input on that.
Yeah, you can email people in groups easily if they're in the same group as you with just a regular message without the in-mails. And if you just find something in common in the profile, more times than not, they'll open the email and respond to you. But
Okay.
just going in and emailing them directly, trying to recruit them, obviously, they don't really respond to that as much. It's more about building that relationship.
So finding them in the groups and then targeting that group with an email blast?
Oh, just individual people. You can't send to a whole group at once. So what's a good somebody you'd want? Somebody's already in the mortgage business. They're professional.
Yeah, if you go into, I think it was if you go into advanced, we can do an example, or the advanced search, I think it was the one you did for the first gentleman. And I can just kind of give you an idea of the keywords or whatever.
So I could pick a group maybe that's very specific.
I can give you a title.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps. So let's just do mortgage consultant.
Current, let's say. Any company size or?
And then, no, just for the zip code or the location near, like zip code would be like 92009.
Let's do 50
and like maybe within 10 miles.
Let me do this. We'll do 50 just to get some good results. Okay, so here's some. So somebody like this would be a good prospect, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, so that's where you got to just kind of dig through.
So does it make a difference if I'm a premium member or whatever it's called, LinkedIn Premium, and I'm reaching out to other premium members? Is there like more value to that?
You can.
Like, is it easier to connect with them? I'm trying to find out the best way to like kind of connect with them where I can actually like, physically meet with them for lunch or something where it's not, like spam, or they don't perceive it as spam, because that's not what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Obviously.
They used to have a little logo here that was a LinkedIn Open Networker that let you accept messages from anybody on LinkedIn, whether you're connected or not. I was just looking for this the other day, and it doesn't show up on mine anymore. They just changed it to this premium now. But in the settings, there's actually a setting still for that little icon. So you can email these people. It tells you, I'm open to receiving emails from you. But they took that little icon away, but it still shows up in my profile where I can turn it on. So here, open profile. Used to have this little logo, and I'll accept messages from anybody as a premium member from any LinkedIn user at no cost to them. So you have to be a premium member to have it. But they don't let you see if that person's open to that. So I guess you can just try to mail them, and if it doesn't go through. It's one of those interface changes.
I guess my question is more with the blocking and tackling. Like, do you know what like good practices are for like reaching out to people that you're trying to connect with or recruit that might not necessarily be looking to change, companies?
That's where you may be connecting with people, searching for interests too. Look for people in your area that are mortgage professionals. Maybe if you like golf or something, it just helps you strike up a conversation. And then you can go into groups and kind of start, if they post something, you can comment on it. Kind of build that relationship and get to know them. But most of the time, like people in the same industry, if you send them a message saying, I'd like to connect, I'm trying to build a network of mortgage professionals, and don't make it seem like you're trying to recruit them or sell them, but most people are open to connecting with other people in their industry. So Joel and I have been testing different messages to email people to see which ones work best. And seems like if you just reach out to people with a friendly, something in common that you see in their profile, or go to alumni, that might be a good thing for you. Look under your alumni.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to under the alumni, it tells you exactly what industry people are in, where they live, where they work. So there's lots of great information here. What they studied. So you find the mortgage industry, where you went to school, and they'll tell you exactly. Reach out to these people. So here's 25,000 entrepreneurs I could reach out to and say, hey, we went to the same school. Let's connect. And once you connect with an alumni, it already starts a conversation a lot of times. That might be a really good way. Like here, Keller Williams Realty, 24 people in my network. So I think that might be a really good way. But otherwise, just, search for people in your area that have that job title and just try to connect with them. Some won't, some will. Some will see you as a competitor. Others will connect with you because you never know. They may be looking. You never know.
So what is the difference between sending in-mail and connect?
So in-mail you pay.
Is in-mail guaranteed mail delivery?
Well, it's $10 per in-mail if you don't have a premium account. And if they don't open it.
So if you have a premium account. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get like 3 or 5 or 8, depends on your level. But they also score them, so you have to make sure you write a good subject line that makes them open it and respond. Because if they don't, if you send too many that aren't responded to, they have a little score they give you, and then they'll stop you from sending them because they don't want people spamming. But if they don't open it and you don't send that many, they return the credit back to you too, so you don't pay for it. But I find it better to just reach out to people and connect and write a nice little invitation saying, hey, I noticed you're in this group with me. Let's connect and keep in touch. Or I like to connect with other mortgage professionals. And 9 times out of 10, they'll accept it. Or maybe 8 out of 10. Some people are paranoid. They don't want to connect with their competitors. Or potential competitors. Yeah. So does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to connect with a lot of realtors who can introduce you to other mortgage people too.
Yeah.
So just think of those, who can refer you the most people, rather than going after one at a time even. It's much easier.
Got it.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's do one more. Jan, do you want to go? Let's unmute Jan. I see he's there. Jan, can you hear me? Nope. Jan, are you there? Okay. Let's go. I think Michelle was going to do it too. Okay, Michelle.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. I was actually been going through my LinkedIn while you were doing these searches. And when I did a search of just my first connections, I found, well, my target is marketing, people that have marketing as some kind of keyword in their profile. We're looking to create a marketing book, and we're looking for 10 marketing experts to collaborate in this book with us. It'll be a book and a mobile app. So my original thought was I want to hit these groups that are focused on marketing, how to reach out to them. But then I was just doing a search and found I have a lot of first connections that have marketing. So I'm thinking I may take the route of sending an individual message to each one of these people that have marketing in their either in their title or somehow that they work on marketing, because
Right.
I'm already connected to them. So that may be a better opening for me than to just kind of do a random search. I think
Yeah.
that may be
So
can
did
say,
you
you know, I've
tag?
been following you, and you know, I think you may be a really good fit for this book, and we'd like to reach out to you. Does that sound? I want it to sound more like we'd be honored to have you than I'm trying to sell you something.
Right. So have you tagged these people as your contacts?
Yeah, I was just going through them all. I just kind of did a search for marketing, and then I chose first connection. Actually, I chose first and second connection,
Okay.
and got a lot of people. So I figure even second connection, as long as I have somebody in common with them, I
Right.
could reach out individually to them.
So here's like, I have some Perry Marshall tags. These are all people I'm connected to that are in Perry Marshall's world. There's 3. So I could send a message to them directly.
Right.
So if you have marketing people tagged,
I've got to get back to that. Where was that again? Is that just in connections?
yep, under connections, and then you
Okay.
filter by
And
tag.
then I filter by, okay.
So here I have a bunch of marketing.
Oh yeah, see, I don't have them tagged yet. So first I have to find all the people. So I would do a search in connections from the word marketing.
Yeah.
And then it brings up everybody in them, and then I can go in and tag them as marketing.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do.
And you can select them all and tag a bunch at once.
Right.
What's cool is you can say select all or select just the few you want to send to, then you can just send this message. Okay.
So when you do a message that way, does it say, so you're sending this, so will each one of these people say, it'll say like, hi Irving, hi Brad, hi Roy, or is it just a generic, or is it just a message?
No, it's just a message. There's no way to put it the first name field in there.
Because I got one from somebody who wanted me to review their book and give me feedback, and then basically they were saying, here, go here, and you can download a free chapter.
Right.
And when I went there, I had put in my name and email, so he was collecting information for me, but it didn't feel spammy to me because the email started, hi Michelle.
Yeah.
So it told me that he may have sent this email to 100 people, I don't know, but he took the time to individually address them.
Yeah, there's software that'll let you
And to me
send from outside of LinkedIn through to groups and stuff that you're connected to.
Through there?
Yeah. And then you can customize.
And he may have done it that way too. I felt that was a little more, and I didn't know you could do that through LinkedIn. You could do that through outside software then, right?
Yeah.
But that made me feel like I wasn't part of a mass email. Even though these people don't know that they're part of a mass email,
Right.
I think just having it say, hi Michelle, made it feel like he was sending it just to me, which I know he wasn't, but it did give me that impression like, I'm going to take that extra step and go read this book.
Yeah.
So I think that may be my plan of attack instead of trying to hit these groups. I'm going to hit the groups too and post. But I did find I had a lot of people just in my network that had marketing as a keyword. So
Surprise.
who would have thought? You know, you connect with these people for a reason, and then you might as well use them.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a good way to go. It works really well. Yeah. I wish there was a way to customize these messages like that. I'll have to
It's probably nice that there isn't, because, like I said, it just makes you feel like you spent a little extra time.
Yeah. And the last thing LinkedIn wants us to do is start spamming people.
Right.
Mass emails. So that's one thing they're very protective of. So you have to be careful.
So, and that's why I thought, well, now if I send individual messages, but I send like 20 of them in one day, is that going to flag me?
No.
Okay.
No. Only if people start complaining, if a lot of people complain.
Right. Okay.
I had one guy, we were connected on LinkedIn. He took everybody's LinkedIn, all their email addresses from LinkedIn, put them on his personal email list from his autoresponder, and started emailing us saying, hey, I know you didn't opt into this, but I got your email from LinkedIn. And he's making these offers. I said, no, that's crossing the line there.
That's not cool.
No.
I've left my business card with people and they've put me on their list.
Yeah, people do that too.
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
So send me an invitation to opt into your list, but don't automatically just start sending me your newsletter.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Cross the line there.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be my plan of attack. And I'm going to go through all these people and flag them as marketing contacts. So
sounds good. Well, thanks, Michelle.
Yeah, so leading up to my turn, I answered my own question.
There you go.
But hopefully I showed somebody else, hopefully somebody else in the webinar saw this part and they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, thanks. Okay, everybody, and this is next, the 13th, October 13th, we're doing the LinkedIn Jumpstart. We'll be doing stuff like this every day for 5 days. So if you want to join us, I'd love to have you all there. I know a lot of you already signed up, but I'd love to have some more. It's only $97, and we're going to do literally every day for 5 straight days, do an hour and a half of this same stuff where I help you create your strategy, optimize your profile, find your clients, build your network, and turn them into clients. So that's it. You can register at tedprodromo.com/jumpstart if you're interested. And thanks for everybody that shared today. And if you have questions, just feel free to email me anytime at ted@tedprodromo.com, and I'll get back to you when I can. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.